face. Alright, how do I turn this around? Well, I guess I'm going to have to do this with the camera standing up. Let me look at my channel and see what's up. No, I gotta keep it this way. Let's see here. What could I use? A pump gear? Alright, we got two in here. UP's in here. Good morning, everyone. I wanted to do what I'm going to call a Saturday morning build. I'm going to position the camera. Since I'm here by myself today, and I'm working on a Saturday, I figured I would try and do a build. I don't know if I'll be able to do the whole thing. I want to try to get down as much as I can so you can see what I'm doing. Testing 1, 2. There we go. You guys can see that valve body? Alright, well, I have a 727 here for a guy in Chicago that I took apart, and I'm going to first build the valve body, then I'm going to do the pump, then I'm going to do the drums, and if there's enough interest showed, I'll just keep on going until I'm done. Let's see if I can get the chat. I got my TV screen. Okay. I got my TV screen on with the chat live, so I can see who's commenting without me looking at my phone. That way I don't look like Dougie staring into my phone every few minutes, who I see up on the live chat. So I just turned it on through here. I wanted horizontal, but there's no go back. There's no going back now. Oh, we're out of, I'm sure that means check balls. My glasses can't read the chat too much, but I can see by the icon who's in there. So what we have is a 1966, says it right there, 1966 valve body. And it looks like it's December of 66, so it's a 67. And these early valve bodies, I'll keep my fat hands out of the way. These early valve bodies don't have part throttle kickdown. So I'm going to show you guys how you can convert to part throttle kickdown simply by putting one of the modules on. But it has to have that hole. If that hole's not there, you can't convert it. So I think the 62 to 65s don't have that hole, but 66 and later does. And then that hole goes to, let me see, if I remember correctly. Where's it, that hole? Oh yeah, that hole goes to there, and that makes the valve move, and then it gives you part throttle kickdown. So we're going to convert this over to part throttle kickdown. But before I do that, I have to polish all the valves. So I'm going to set the body out to the side. And I have all the valves and springs right here. And I always like to polish the valves with some Scotch-Brite. Make sure they're have no burrs on them and they're nice and clean. Let's see. All right, this one goes here. This one goes here. I like to keep all my valves organized too. Converter charge valve goes here. 1-2 shift valve and spring. The 2-3 shift valve and spring. The kickdown goes there. The reverse boost goes here. Come on. So, hey, Blake's in here too. Blake, it was so good to see you. You know, I said a quick hi to your dad, Jabo, but I didn't get to sit down and shoot the shit with him. I feel bad that I didn't. I tried to. I basically talked to everybody there except Jabo. So now he's going to think I'm a stuck-up snob. So I have to say I'm sorry for that. All right, I got all the valves laid out. I have my Scotch-Brite, and I have my drill. So basically what I do is I put, let's see if I can stand this up a little bit better. I need to put something here to keep this camera from moving. Is that better? Yeah, I think so. I put the unpolished part of the valve into the drill and simply just give it a polish job. You got to be careful you don't round off the edges. The edges are sharp, not sharp where it's going to cut your finger, but they're sharp to keep the bores clean. That's why they're like that. They're not rounded out. So I'm just going to go ahead and polish all these valves. Turn the camera this way a little bit. 1-2 shift valve. Ah, it came out. If I move this, and this, and this, and this. Could you guys see Mopar Joe over there on the wall? See him? He sits there and watches me work. He's like, get to work, Cope. I'm watching you. No fucking around. So, Joe's always watching me. It's like he's like my little guardian angel with the trophy up his ass from winning all those bracket races. It's up to is Jeff Davis. Okay. I thought it was Jeff Tuvax. Everybody did a good job making their videos. I watched every single one from No Name, and everybody has their own little twist that they put on their video. I didn't do nothing goofy this time. I usually put a joke or two in there, and I didn't. I don't know. I just. It took me like a week to make the video because when I got back, I was closed for 2 days, and every time I come back from being off, there's 50 people that call that I have to call back, and people, I gotta go racing. I gotta race in 2 days. You got to do it right now and ship it out next day air. And I don't do that. So I didn't have to put out no fires. But every time you come back from being gone, and don't matter if it's vacation, going racing, going wherever, it's a cluster. Wow, that valve's in. And then, believe it or not, there's a few people that are not nice to my wife. They get a little lippy with her. And then you get it from me. So there's no reason to beat up my wife because you gotta go racing and you had all summer to get your shit going and you decide to get it going when I'm gone for 2 days. Some of these you have to do by hand because you can't fit them in the drill. Yeah, they are heathens, all right. It's funny because when I call those people back that kind of give my wife a hard time, then they're altar boys to me. They're like, oh, Mr. Cope. I'm like, oh, now I'm Mr. Cope, huh? But when you talk to my wife, you're like, where's Cope? So, but I lay into guys like that. I'm like, you're not going to get away with that with me. What did I do with the spring? Oh, here it is. All right, so I guess the first thing I'm going to put together is the Park Throttle Kickdown module. And this is a factory Chrysler piece. And just has a little kickdown spring in it. And another valve here. And it kicks down from third gear to second gear with only going halfway down in a throttle or less. Where if you don't have this kickdown module, it which this valve body originally didn't have, you have to floor it to get passing gear. So this makes it a little bit nicer where you can pass someone without flooring it all the way. It was a nice feature. And Chrysler came out with that on most 6-cylinders because it didn't have enough power to get up and going. Then they probably decided, oh, this would be a good feature on full 40s. So then they, in 71, is it? 69? I don't remember. They start putting the part throttle kickdown modules on all their valve bodies. And they use this exact same module all the way up to 2007 and 48 REs. They're all the same. So if you guys got a part throttle kickdown or you need one, I sell these for 25 bucks. They're not on my website. I don't know why. But it's a nice little upgrade. So, okay, I polished all my valves. I got to get my drill bits. And these are not just any old drill bits. They're CRT drill bits. No, they're not. They just got my sticker on them. So I'm going to show you a little hack that you guys can do this at home. In the TF-2 kits, they have you drill a little partition here, and they give you a bar, like a thin bar that you bolt here and here, and there's a hole here to where you drill at. I cheat a little bit. What I found out that is you can take the plate for the reverse boost circuit that goes right here, put it on the valve body. Oh, we're on check balls. Put it on the valve body. That's how Griner called the valve body. He'd say valve body. Put on the valve body, tighten it down, and that's exactly where that lines up. So I teach people to do that with my shift kit. Then you just get a drill bit. What size? I don't know. The one that fits in the hole. Oop, too big. Just it right here. There. Oh, look at that, huh? Put it in the hole. Which hole, John? Put it in the one that she doesn't scream in. Oh shit, it moved on me. Dumbass. Alright, let's try this again. I maybe didn't have it tight. There we go. A little bit more. Put my official CRT drill bits away. Get the metal out. Your chips. And would you look at that? You know, I could probably clean that up a little bit. I was off a little bit. I'm gonna try and clean that up. Oh yeah, perfect. Looky there. I'm smarter. It is a beautiful day to build a transmission. I wanted to get this done because it's been sitting apart on my bench for a week. It was sitting apart on my bench, done, ready to be built before I went to No Name. All right. They're like, well, John, what does that do? It makes the path for second to third a little bit cleaner and makes it a little bit of a firmer shift. So that's what it does. All right, so now that the upper body's done, and then that's all you have to do is drill that little partition. We're going to drill the holes. And, oh my God, these are already big. So I'm not going to drill any. They're already huge. This usually is a round hole. Now it's this one on the early ones are rectangle. So you can't drill that. That hole is already drilled. It's not drilled. It's just bigger on the early ones than the light ones. I mean, look at the low reverse. I mean, that thing is huge. Third gear, that is huge. So I'm not going to drill anything on this because it's already big. So, all right, let's move this over here. I'm going to take a swig of my stevia. Is that what it's called? Zevia? Stevia? And we're going to start to put this valve body together. I want to make sure that this could be seen good. I want to get a good camera angle on here. I can't read the comments because I'm watching it on my TV. Right there. Only because I'm blind. So don't think I'm ignoring you guys. I got my bifocals on, and I'm not going to be able to read that. I can see the icon and who people are, but I can't read it. So don't think I'm ignoring that because I'm not. Not only that, I got to keep an eye on what I'm doing. All right, so we're going to start putting this baby together. What I always like to do is I take 2 bolts, put one in a corner of each one, and that kind of lines up my separator plate to the lower half of the valve body. Oh, we're out of check balls. Dougie let me go on the microphone during the monkey bike and say that. I thought that was quite funny at No Name Nationals, which I had a ball. I'm really glad I went. I don't like doing shit by myself, especially driving. I feel like it's solitary confinement. All right, once you got the lower half put together, take your 2 screws out, and then when you go put this together, it's going to be perfectly lined up. Oh, I'm smarter. All right, so now we're going to do the bottom end. I got to get 1 linkage piece, 1 kickdown lever, and 1 rooster comb. There's a rooster comb. Kickdown lever. The seal. I'm coming. All right. Do. Oh, Tony's in. Tony's going to make me a new hat. You guys are going to love it. I show it to you, but I got my camera in use. We're getting some CRT hats done by Tony. And imagine this. It's going to have the silhouette of the Chicago skyline in the background. My CRT logo on the top. And the bottom is going to say the Valve Body King of Chicago. And then it's going to have a little small Bluesmobile on it. And they're going to be kick-ass. I gave them a sample the other day. So, All right, I'm getting sidetracked here. Before I start on this, I have to grind down a valve. You got to grind down the kickdown valve. There's a measurement that I have for grinding these down. I don't know it off the top of my head, but I know how far down I got to go. I know you're like, are you sure about that, Coach? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. I get it right every time. So I got to put a hard Scotch-Brite pad on my whizzer gun. And I'm going to grind the valve down. And I cheat a little bit. And I'm going to do it over here so I don't get no grindings in my valve body. All right. I'm looking at tomorrow. This is how I do it. I spin this. Do it like this. Can you see that? Boy, my pad is really worn down. I don't have no better ones than this. Let me see here. Oh, yes, I do. Are these new ones or old ones? Oh, yeah. I got a new pad. Do you think I need to put a new pad on? That's what girls say. Do I need a new pad? All right, let's see how this one does. All right, you gotta put it down that. You gotta make it that stubby. What's the measurement on that? I don't know. It is not that scientific. I do have it on my, I do have that measurement in my shift kit. That's gonna be a little hot. Pull that down. Put the camera back. That measurement is definitely in the shift kit instructions, but it's about that much. All right, then if you buy one of my shift kits, you're gonna get 2 kickdown springs. The yellow one is for the 69 and up. The purple one, which is a larger diameter. See, this is the OG one. The purple one goes in the early valve bodies. So we're gonna go ahead and put our kickdown spring in. Make sure to keep my big fat hands out of the way. And then the hold down for it. And my wrench is to tighten it down over there. So then we'll start dumping the valves in here. 1, 2 governor valve, 2, 3 governor valve. I forgot what the center one is. It usually comes with the spring. What I do is I take the spring out and I put in a top valve, and then I put in another bottom valve. Whoop! I got to change that around a little bit. And that stiffens up the shift. Now, usually you get a little blocker rod with the shift kit. And I call it the baby blocker rod. And you put that in there. Nope, that one's sticking up too far. I gotta go get another one. I'll be right back. Please don't go nowhere, people. Now normally, like I said, I put a little baby blocker rod in there, but I don't have any made. So I'm kind of cheating, compromising, call it what you want. So what I just do is jam it with another valve. What the blocker rod does is you don't want the valve moving. That firms up the shifts. Okay, see how that sits in there? And that valve doesn't move. If you buy my shift kit, you get the blocker rod. Oh, I got the wrong ear plate for that and that. I'll be right back, people. Don't move nowhere. Just talk amongst yourselves until I get back. Yada, 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 yada. Alright, there's that one. And okay, I'm back. See the early one, there's two different plates. You can see that, the difference. And I'm so used to building late valve bodies, I grabbed it early. And the reason why it is because this rooster comb has a bigger hockey puck. And that's where it stops, like so. So we'll put the plate on, put the screws to it. You know we use really good screws. I can't read the chat and work at the same time, so I don't want you guys to think that I'm ignoring you, because I'm not. Oh, look at here. It's so beautiful. Alright, time for the shift valves. The 2-3 shift valve and spring. And then the 1-2 shift valve, and we discard the factory spring, and I put in the CRT spring. And what that spring does, this spring brings the shift timing together. So let's say with the factory spring, and you put it together and you floor it, and you're going down the track or down the highway or wherever, and the 1-2 shift is at 5,000 RPMs, and the 2-3 shift is at 5,200 RPMs. This spring equalizes that. It brings the two shift points closer together. They're not perfectly going to be the same, but this is good if you like to bracket race. And just put it in drive and have it shift. Even though I do that on all my automatic shift valve bodies, just so they're like, well, it shifts early on 1-2 and on time the 3, the one. It shifts early on the 1-2 and it shifts on time the 2-3. This red spring evens that out. Yes, it does, people. All right. I should have put the camera on the other side to keep my fat fingers out of the way of the camera. Alright, so now this 1966 valve body has the part throttle kickdown on it. I'm smarter. also put a 6-screw top on some of these 4-screw top thingies. And that's what I'm going to do right here. Even Chrysler did that. I think I'm going to have to adjust the one hole though. Let's see that. Just a quick slight adjustment to one of the holes. I'm going to drill this hole. Drilling the hole. Make sure you don't get no chips in your brand new valve body. And I always deburr the other end. Just take a bigger drill bit. Just take a bigger drill bit and do this. It's an awesome deburring tool. But why am I telling you guys that? You already knew that. So today I got to leave a little early. Well, it's Saturday, so I get to when I want. But I got like a little high school thing to go to. It's called Girls Night Out with a Side of Guys. And the girls that I went to high school with are having a little get together in St. John, which is the next town over from where I live. So there's not going to be a lot of people. And I figured it'd be kind of neat to go there and kind of hang out. All right, so shift valves are in, the part throttle kickdown in, the governor valves are in, the plate. Let's move on to the pressure regulator. This part of it is the boost circuit for reverse. And again, my fat fingers are in the way. I should probably get one of those hat adjuster thingies for putting a GoPro on your head so you can see better. Come on. All right. Reverse boost. Which way does that go? This way. The reverse boost is on. Alrighty. Excuse me while I blow my nose. Got to get the snots out. All right, pressure regulator valve. The new and improved CRT spring. And I use the stock spring for the converter charge valve. The pressure regulator adjuster. But normally I like doing everything in gold. But I don't have many of these in gold plate. I don't know why. I'm going to probably have the kid take apart. I got buckets of gold plate. I mean, the customer's not even going to see it because it's going to be in the transmission. But it's just something I always like to do. So I got to put this one piece on that is not gold plated. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, we're out of gold plate. Alrighty. Did you folks know that you could air check your shift valves? This is the 1, 2, 2, 3. Keep your eye on them. Bouncing ball. Look at that. Woohoo. Alrighty. Only thing left is the manual valve and the rooster comb. Need your mumbly peg right here. And the kid doesn't have the spring for the big check ball in here. Oh, we're missing a spring. Oh, am I going to chew him a new one on Monday? All right, people, talk amongst yourselves. I got to get a spring. I'll give you a topic. Chevys are slow. All right. One spring. One check ball. Put the check ball in the spring. Put the mumbly peg. If my fat fingers would work. That's how it goes. Could you see that? That holds it in there. It allows you to put the rooster comb in. You line up the rooster comb with the manual valve. The mumbly peg pops out. Put your kick down valve. Oh, I got your kick down valve. Do I? I do. I got the wrong ear kick down valve. This is a late. The early goes up. Talk among yourselves again. Alright, I know I got one. Wow, I don't have one. How about in this bag? I found one. I'm going to need that. I'm going to need this, and this. Okay, people. Could you see the difference between the early, which is this, one up, and the late, which is that? So this is 62 to 67, 68. This is 69 and up. It's just enough to keep everybody on their toes, right? Oh, see? And what did I do? I put the later one in like a dumbass. This is why. See where it hits that? I gotta tighten that up. That's why the one that goes down, let me move my fat fingers. The one that goes down won't hit that stop. It'll just do this all the way out. So that stop is there for a reason. Then we're gonna put our inner linkage seal in, or down seal in. There's my spring. Where's my washer? I know I brought one. Ah, there it is. Put your washer on. I like using these really strong E-clip or C-clip? What do you guys call it? I've heard it both ways. Like Dougie, he goes both ways. Thank you very much. I call it a E-clip. What say you guys? Yeah, everybody else in the chat says E-clip. No, this is not a tool to put E-clips on. All right, so rooster comb is on. Let's go through the clicks. First gear, second gear, drive, neutral, reverse, park. Park, reverse, neutral first, second. No, drive second, first. Or if this was a reverse manual valve body, it'd be third, second, first, neutral, trans brake. Kaboom. So, as you see, the rooster comb isolator for the neutral switch is broken. So, we're going to put a new one on. Damn, that baby's on there. Take the rivet out, like that. That's neutral. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's park, that's neutral. I have these new isolators. These are also something you can buy individually. Go to crp.com. Why am I talking like my first grade teacher? Put the thing in there. The rivet. Get your rivet gone. Bada boom, bada bang. See how that hockey puck stops right there? We talked about that earlier. So you have to have the right rooster comb for the right year valve body. Alrighty. It's there. It's air checked. Everything is in. Everything is clean. The valves are polished. My nice little springs are in there. She's looking good. Now all we have to do is put the check balls in. And grinder, this is where grinder would fuck up. Oh, we're out of check balls. So 1, 2, and I gotta go get another check ball. I'm one shy. I'll let you look at that. Talk amongst yourselves, people. I gotta get a check ball. And on the big check ball, I like to use the nylon one because it usually beats the steel ones beat the shit out of the plate. So we're gonna put the nylon one there. Now, if this was a grinder valve body, oh, I forgot the check balls. He built 10 valve bodies and sent them to me. Each one of them didn't have a check ball. That's where our check balls jokes come from. I should make fun of the old fart. He was entertaining though. Alright. We're gonna put the halves in. The upper half and the lower half together. And I'll be able to move on to something a little bit more exciting. Like the pump. I'm missing John a something missing fart. I can't read that. Boy, I wish I could make those bigger. What does it say? John A. Young. I don't know. I can't read it. I'm not going to try to read the chat because I have my bifocals on and that TV's on the other side of the build room. And I'm blind as a bat. And are bats really blind? I don't know if my buddy Tony with the Bluesmobile's in here or not. I don't think he is. I think he's working. But this is for his friend. Oh, going crooked now, why don't I? This is for his friend in Chicago. And what I'm going to do is when he comes and picks this up, I'm going to charge him the regular fee to build it and a frickin' pizza from Chicago. He's got to bring me cash and a pizza. Cheese and sausage. There's a really good pizza joint over there by him called Fox's. That is, I think I only had it once, but holy cow, was it good. I went there for, unfortunately, it was my wife's friend passed away, and we went there for like a, I don't know what you would call it, like a dinner after a wake kind of a thing. And It was a typical old Chicago place. It was absolutely beautiful, an old Irish pub. And I went into the bar, even though I don't drink. I went in the bar to check it out because I like old nostalgic buildings and stuff like that. And I go in a bar, and these two old gals were up there eating pizza. And I'm looking, and I go, that pizza looks delicious. I go, how is it? And she goes, you tell me, take a slice. I'm like, oh, no, 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 I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. She goes, listen, take a slice. We're not going to eat it. So I took a slice. Oh, my God, it was to die for. It was so freaking good. So, and then I think about a month or two later, we went back. I took Elaine there to get pizza. So, anyways, this pizza joint it's Fox's Family Pub or some Irish pub, and it's right down the street where Tony from with the Bluesmobile lives. He says it's 15 minutes from him, so I gotta get my way over to see Tony one day and take him out for pizza. Or they're gonna bring me pizza when this transmission's done. I don't have my speedy screwdriver thing for the drill, so I'm being lazy. Damn, Cope. You ought to do that. Here's the check walls. You ought to do this for a fucking living. Huh? Look at that motherfucker. She's going to be shifting, banging hard. All right. Uh-oh. Sorry. Sorry, people. The valve body is now officially done. I will put my valve body stuff off to the side. My special CRT drill bits that I got from the 1940s World Fair. And I'm going to do the pump now. All right, now I'm going to look at my phone and kind of glance to see who's here. I see Blake in here. Hey, the Wilburn's going on. Wilburn's in here. What the 904 is going on here? It's not a 904. It is a real transmission. It is a 727. I see Dougie. Freddie. Michael Jackson. Oh, I mean Michael Johnson. So, yeah, is there really 43 people in my chat? Wow, I've never had that before. And it's already been 53 minutes and 5 seconds? Damn. You motherfuckers got nothing better to do but come in here and watch me work? You motherfuckers got to get a job. Oh my God, you guys got to get a job. Something seems to be like a 1902 BC they buried in Chicago. I don't know. Mopar K don't play. Are you a chick or are you a dude? Mopar K. I would think that's a girl. Mopar K. That could be a dude, though. What's your pronouns? Oh, my God. All right, well, I have to get an overhaul kit. I have to get a pump bushing, and I can start putting the rest of this transmission together. Would you like to come with me into the parts room? We will go into the parts room. Oh, well, well, look who's here. It's the Elvis of the No Name Nationals. Wins 2 in a row. Well, no, not in a row, but he did win 2. All right, I guess it'll be behind the scenes. You can see my ugly, dirty parts room. All right, we're working on a 62 to 70. So we're going to need an overhaul kit. And I don't have no stock steels. I ain't going to be finishing this transmission. There's only 2 steels in here. Well, that sucks. All right, well, at least I'll build a pump, and I'll get the washers. So we're gonna need a early drum bushing, a pump bushing, tail housing bushing are the minimum I always replace. This thing's a Wimp Trans, so we're gonna need 3 ting washers, and I only got one hand. Ugh. Oh, that's nice. What a slob. You know, I got a parts girl that does this. Is supposed to be putting these parts away instead of making a mess like this. All right, I got my washers. I need one of these. What else? All right, that should do it for now. Back to the parts room. And this is a little note for the people that used to work here. Oh yeah, it sure is. Build room, shop, Mopar Joe. And I'm going to come over here to my other messy area. I was building drag sprags the other day and I never finished. But I did organize, look at that, my valve body drawer. And I ordered more springs. I got more valve bodies to do. This is for the bolt-in sprags. Well, my hip is kind of bothering me a little bit. And this is for snots. Ever since I got the COVID, I've had a runny nose ever since. Here's to you. All right. Get the snot rag box out of here. Yeah, it's kind of clean. Kay, did you reply? Are you a boy or a girl? What's your pronouns? Mike Simmons is in here. Do I know him? Oh, Buff's in here. Hey, Buff. It was, Kay, Kay's from No Name Nationals? I didn't know that. She's a woman. Okay. It was nice to see you, Buff. And hang out. Mopar, why do I want to call No Name Nationals Mopar Nationals? I don't know. But anyways, it was nice to hang out with you. It was nice to see you and hang out. All right, I'm going to put my phone back and get some work done. Say goodbye, Joe. All right. Got to make sure that my phone stays right there. I guess we're going to do the bushings first, which is going to be hard because when I'm probably going to be banging on the bench, and I don't have no damn steel, so I can't finish this transmission today. That's another thing on my parts girl didn't tell me. We were out of steels. Anyways, people, this transmission's for Dan Hansen. Dan Hansen, why don't you have a seat? Go on, sit down. Bushing grinder. we'll date the transmission while I got my stuff here. My little tool. Oh, you guys are going to love how I put these bushings in. You're going to be like all over that. Oh, here's the brackets I got to make for the shifter brackets. There's 10 of them unmade. Just another thing I need to do. Okay, where's my bushing driver for the 727? Damn it. This is why, I mean, probably the most of the time why I don't do lives, because you can see how unprepared that person is. But when you do a build, and then go back and edit it, oh, you look like an ace. 'Cause you're like, damn, that thing went together nice. All right. Here we have our 1962 to 70 front pump. And it looks good. My teardown guy didn't get all the gasket material off. And I tell him 1,000 times to make sure all the gasket material is off. I guess it's one of those things. Another one of those things. I got to run the gas. I got to do the teardown stuff again. I got to do the parts ordering again. I really do need some good help. There. That's what a pump looks like with the gasket material removed. Take a mental note picture of that, dumbass. Okay. We're going to remove, and I hope my phone stays in place while I'm banging on the bench, the pump bushing. Ah. I'm going to have to do this. I just spilled my drink. So now I got pop running all over my bench. That's oh yeah, that's going to be real nice. Soda in the piston. What in the world? Alright, am I going to be able to do this one-handed? Damn! Not bad, not bad. Except you got pop all over your workbench. Alright, so there's the old bushing. I don't care what shape a bushing is for the front pump, the front drum, or the tail housing. I replace them regardless. So now, how I do this is, each bushing, let's see if you can see that. Could you see where the bushings put together right there? Right by my thumb? It's a two-piece bushing. I always make sure that goes to 9 o'clock or 3 o'clock. So let's call this 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, okay? And the reason why I do that, because if you're not paying attention to where that goes, and you put it at 6 o'clock or 12 o'clock, and you go to stake it with your tool, you're going to fuck up the bushing. So I always put it at 9 o'clock or 3 o'clock, facing that way, away from where the stakes are. Man, where is my damn phone holder? I know where it's at. It's in the red truck. And today, I'm driving the white truck because Elaine's shitbox broke. And I don't know what's wrong with it. It feels like the exhaust is loose. Just another thing I have to fix by myself. All right, let's see if we can do this one-handed. All right, the reason why I use a bigger bushing driver than the one that fits it is because the outside circumference is larger than the bushing. And when you put this on there, that allows the bushing to not cock in the board. Did you see when I was banging it in there, it would cock one way or the other? So this way, if you run it down square, that the bushings in there evenly all the way around. Then I take the one that does fit, and if you see, I have to go down a little bit. See that? The bushing is a little high. So you just have to go down just a little bit. Here again, I'm doing this one-handed. Until, and I cocked it. See it? See that cock? Do you see that cock? Oh my God. Do you see the cock? Ah, cock-a-doodle-doo right there. No, I gotta take it back out. And I gotta uncock it. Oh my God, I'm just too damn funny. However, I have to put the phone down to do this right. I have to. Can I put it in my pocket? The phone's in my pocket. Let me try this. Oh, does that thing fall in there too easy? That's just moving too easy. Yeah, I don't like that. So what I have to do is when this happens is I put a little knurl inside the bore. So the bushing's got something to grab. I just put a couple dimples in there. Could you see it? Could you see the dimple? And if this bushing, was I putting the old bushing in? No, I wasn't. I was putting the new one in. So we're going to try it again. All right, we're going to put the opening at 9 o'clock. Well, you're really struggling with this pump bushing cope. Look at that. I can push it in with my fingers. All right, now we're going to seat it a little bit more. It's still cocked. Son of a bitch. All right. It's time we get another bushing and try that. That means we got to walk past Joe again. Get you, go! No, I didn't have nothing to drink today. Oh, look at the fucking slob that left the fucking washers all over the floor. All right. Another bushing. I got the windows open today. It's probably, I don't know. Man, it feels kind of warm in here. All right, so I'm going to go back to my pocket again because I don't want to fuck this up. Oh, yeah, that's better. one. Oh, sorry. You're probably looking at the ceiling right now. I gotta get this in right. I can't hold the phone and entertain you guys at the same time. Oh, good. You can see right up my nose. All right, let's see how that looks. Check it out. No cock. Excuse my language if there's girls in here. I'm not. The bushing is not cocked. I forgot the K girl that is in here, and I'm being a perv. I'm sorry. All right, I still need 2 hands. Oh shit. What'd I do? I still need 2 hands. See if I can hold my camera in my pocket correctly. Oh, this is going to be so hard. This is a little screwdriver I made to give it the factory stake. See that? That's after. That's before. All right, one more stake. Damn, this is hard to do. Not only that, my got snot dripping out of my nose. Sorry about that. I keep on touching the phone wrong. All right, there's your stake. That looks factory, and there's no cock on the bushing. It's in there. It's in there straight. Oh my God. John, you're a dumbass. All right, front seal. Let me tell you a little something about front seals. And I see this a lot on the 727 page. There's 2 kinds of front seals. Now this is not a front seal for this transmission. This is the seal for a push button with the bolt-on yoke. Okay, but I'm using it for an example. This seal doesn't have a lip. This one does. You see the lip right here? So when you put this seal in, it's going to stop equally all around the total circumference of the bore that takes the seal. If this was the correct seal, which it is not, it's real easy for that not to be perfectly straight. Now, you could use the trick that I use, and you can use a bushing driver where the outside circumference is larger than the seal, and that'll keep it straight. But when you go to a loser zone, you will always get these seals that don't have a lip. These are national seals made in the beautiful United States of America, and they're the best seals for transmissions you can get. National seal. If you can't, you're not going to be able to find these good seals at Loser Zone or O'Reilly's or anything else like that. These are strictly come in the overhaul kits for, I think Transtech makes these. Yeah, Transtech. So, and they use all national seals. Even though this is a national seal, oh no, it's not. CR. I don't know who makes that. But at any rate, if you guys are putting seals in, front seals, rear seals, especially the front seal, always use these badass national seals, and you will have much better luck with sealing. The message is held from you. Yeah, Mopar nutted scot free. So, I'm getting sidetracked here. When you use if you're going to put a front seal in, let's say you got a front seal leak. When you pull the front seal out, you got to make sure that the bushing is in good shape, that you don't see no scoring, that the bushing is not cocked, the bushing is not riding on the torque converter, and then use national seals made in the United States. All right, I'm going to put my phone here while I put the seal in, because I need two hands. Sorry about that earthquake. Look at that, huh? Oh, is that a beautiful thing, or is that a beautiful thing? I'm just finding it too damn hard to try and build this tranny with one hand. And I got drums to do. I gotta do the two drums. I guess I can prep the case. Like my hat I got from Tony. Wait till you see the new King of Chicago hats I got coming. Oh, they're gonna be badass. I guess I'll prep the case. I can put the spring and rollers in the case. I can put the servos in the case. And then, since I don't have any steels, there's no sense of doing the clutch drums. I really wanted to make good time on it. Does anybody know what time it is? Does anybody know Chicago time? What time it is? Anyone? Anyone? Anything else? Chicago Rawhide? Oh, I didn't know that. This is a Chicago seal made by Chicago Rawhide. See? The teacher becomes the student. I didn't know that, but now I do. These seals are made by Chicago Rawhide. And you know, I'm gonna look that up to make sure that it's correct. It's 11:29 Chicago time, because I got a party to go to, and I got to cut out of here at 1 o'clock. So I still got time. Put the torque converter in right. Yep, that's correct. That's correct. All right. Well, I'm going to look that up, Chicago Rawhide, from Wheeling 71, and just see if you're right or not. I mean, I'm gonna say that you're right, but I don't know. All right. Well, I guess I'll do the case. So, in order for me to do the case, I got to get a spring and roller for the sprag. I'll put the sprag in. That's nice and easy without having it spilling pop all over the place. All right. Where's my spring and rollers for the 727? Not there, not there. The up here. Oh yeah, boy, we're getting low on those too. 727 Sonic spring and roller. All right. So I'm gonna make a little room, and I'll work on the case. Spilled pop all over my clean stuff here, like a dumbass. I gotta put this phone right here for now until I get my work area cleaned up, because I'm a slob. Bushings. I'm gonna need pump away. Are you still with me, kitties? Huh? I gotta blow the snot out of my nose. The COVID snot. You can thank Obama for that. Why is that, John? Because he funded the Wuhan lab through the Ouchie Fauci guy. All right. All right, let's see what this looks like. All right, well, this Bragus Fubard. You want to take a look at it? Right there's where the rollers ride, and you can see that that the cage is beat up. There. Let's see how the bores look. Oh, and I told that kid to put before he put that case in the cooker to make sure that front servo was all the way out. And there it is, still in the case. Oh, stupid dummy. Do you see what I have to deal with? The servo never got cleaned because it was still in the case. Do you people see? Okay, Mopar people. Do you people see what I have to deal with? I paid that kid $18 an hour, too. Let's see. Is there any gasket on there? Oh, no, that ain't extra gasket. Oh, no. Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah, that guy's going to pay a couple grand for a transmission. You don't have to worry about scraping all the gasket off. Nah, that's an extra bonus right there. The case needs to be cleaned a little bit better. You can't have all that extra material going back into a brand new clean transmission. I have to do everything myself. Everything. Look at that. I will admit that this transmission was pretty scummy. For some reason or another, the tail housing and the output shaft has this layer of scum on it, and I don't know what that's from. It was all in the tail housing. And this is part of that same air that it almost looks like some kind of a line. Look at that, like a scum line, a water line, like on my pontoon boat. You put a sticker on Haney's wiper blades last night at No Name. I hope you got it. I didn't see a sticker on there, Lars. What kind of sticker did you put there? Not one of these stickers. Did you? The frog did the water line there of UP. You'd like to see a video of me going through Greg Turner's valve body? What am I, a call order chef here? You know, just working with the camera takes twice as long. I don't do that often. I'll take a couple pictures. An LP94 sticker? Damn. I'll have to go look on the truck. Let's go look. Let's see if that sticker's there. Let's see if Lars is right. Now, if it's still there, that means it made the trip. I never even unloaded the truck. I was so damn busy. I don't see a sticker under the wiper blade. You should have put it in the truck. You know? You should put it in the truck. I'll tell you what. I would love to put your sticker on my wall of fame. Unlike JB calls it the wall of shame. I call it the wall of fame. But no, there's no sticker there, Lars. What else you got in the shop, John? Let's see. I got my full 40 that I never finished. The water pump's leaking. So I got to pull the water pump off, the radiator out, fix the leak. Plus, one of the back header bolts is leaking. Coolant. I think I got 10 minutes on the cam break-in after, and I shut it down because the water pump is leaking. So once I fix the leaks, I have 10 more minutes of break-in for the camshaft. Poor truck. Look at it, sitting here. This is without a doubt my favorite vehicle. Yeah, more so than the Coronet. I got the party barge here too because we got to clean the pontoons off and then put it away for storage. And here is the most neglected thing in my life. All apart. This car's been apart for 22 years. It hasn't gone on the track. 22 frickin' years. Why is that, John? Well, when you're the only one at the shop, the only one that's working, and then you got to do what the parts person's supposed to do and order parts, and you're supposed to do what the teardown guy is supposed to do, finish taking transmissions apart and making sure they're clean. I got to do everybody else's job, including mine. That's why that car sits. But John, if you just get the car together, I could put you on the trailer when we race. I think Joe's got his bushings cocked. All right, well, I don't know. I think I'm done fucking around for today. Anybody got any questions? They've got any snots in my nose? All right, Lars, have a good one. I'm going to be taking off too. There's J-Bo. Hey, J-Bo, I'm sorry I didn't get to talk to you a little bit more at the No Name for whatever reason. We didn't get to sit down and shoot the shit, brother. We did not get to do that. Is that Scotty? Scotty, don't? Everybody, this is Scotty. Scotty, this is everybody. He's got a 9-second duster with a small block and a 727 of mine. He's from Texas. And he's scared to get a YouTube channel. Yeah, I was kind of hugging the shade too. It was warmer than I thought. But it was an awesome time. I'm glad I went. I kind of was, Jason and Jay kind of was on my ass a little bit to get out of the zip code and go out. Is $18 an hour normal in that area for a teardown guy with no education at all? I mean, he's got a high school diploma and he's what, 19 years old? I don't know. I don't know if that's normal. But that's what I paid a kid, and quite honestly, I think he's overpaid. I shouldn't have to do the job twice. And I'm not trying to pick on the kid because he is a really good person. Just he doesn't have no memory of anything. If you show him one thing, you have to show him again. Here again, I'm not going to rip on the poor kid. It's just I need a technician, a full-fledged technician, and someone that can do the job one time, and I don't have to redo it. So, wow, I got 30 people in here, 34 people in here now. I've never had that many in a chat. How come all you fucking losers ain't out working? Why am I the only one working? You guys are sitting on your couch, eating your breakfast, petting your dogs, and watching me. I am not famous. I'm famously fat. You can say that. Uh-oh, I hear a diesel. I thought I heard a diesel. Everybody who drives past my shop they always have to rev their motors. Is that like a smoke signal from one car guy to another car guy? Even though they don't know who you are, when they drive past your house, they got to rev up the motor. So I guess I'm going to call it a day. I got a little, there's the train. I got a little party to go to. I got a little party to go to in St. John. It's just a few kids from high school, and I'm kind of looking forward to going. It's nothing big. It's only gonna be about 15 people, but I'm bringing cupcakes. I'm bringing Johnny cakes to the party. Did you guys hear the train? It's right behind the shop. I tell you what, that Airbnb I stayed at, not too far from Sykeston, was right next to a very busy train. And every time the train would go past, it would shake the bed. And then they would lay on the horn at 4 in the morning. I'm like, there's no one out. What's with the horn? And it was, I didn't get much sleep in Sykeston. So, well, I think I'm going to call it a day. I've been on this stupid live for an hour and a half now. And it's a beautiful day outside. And I think I'm going to go home and clean up, take a shower, change my clothes, and go to a party. Go to a party. So, thanks for checking in, guys. Thanks for watching my goofy live. And more power to you. See you on the next one.